Big football news. Paris Saint-Germain's Ibrahim Bay, the 17-year-old wonderkid, has reportedly turned down Liverpool and could be on his way to Barcelona in 2026. At the same time, Barça stars Yamal, Raphinha, Lewandowski and PEDRI have shaken up the Ballon d'Or 2025 rankings, with Yamal just missing out on history as Ousmane Dembele claims the golden ball. From PSG's rising talents to Barcelona's treble dominance, and even the latest Liverpool transfer updates, we break it all down for you. A rising Paris Saint-Germain star has turned down the chance to join Liverpool and play for Arne Slot and has agreed a deal to move to Barcelona next summer, according to a Spanish report, but Team Talk delves deep into the rumor and analyses why it must be taken with a pinch of salt. PSG, Barcelona and Liverpool are three of the biggest clubs in the world and were hugely successful last season. While PSG won League One and the Champions League in the 2024-25 campaign, Barcelona became the champions of Spain and Liverpool clinched the Premier League title in Arne Slot's first season in charge. Clubs like Barcelona, Liverpool and PSG may already have some of the strongest squads in Europe, but they are constantly looking to add more quality and future stars. One name attracting attention is Ibrahim Bay, a young talent from PSG who is tipped to become a world-class player in the coming years. At just 17 years old, Bay has already broken records. He became the youngest player ever to start a competitive match for PSG at 16 years and 205 days, and also ranks as the club's third youngest goal scorer, behind Warren Zaïre-Emery and Bartholomew Agbesh. Known as a direct, pacey winger with excellent dribbling skills, Bay has already featured 18 times for PSG's first team, scoring once and providing 2 assists. According to a report from eNotices, Bay has received offers from both Liverpool and PSG, but the teenager has chosen Barcelona as his next destination, with a move expected in the summer of 2026. Barcelona sporting director Deco has reached an agreement in principle with the winger for him to become a Barcelona player next summer, with Mbaye costing only €3 million, £3.4 million for $1 million. While PSG want to renew Mbaye's contract, he has already chosen Barcelona as his next destination. The report has described Mbaye as the new Ansu Fati, who came through Barcelona's youth academy and is now on loan at AS Monaco. Ibrahim Bay rumor has to be treated cautiously. eNotices is a Catalan media outlet with just over 30,000 followers on X, while the author of this particular report, Miguel Blasquez, has over 225,000 followers on the same platform and covers the latest news about Barcelona, according to his profile. No other sources backing this claim that Mbaye will sign for Barcelona and has turned down the chance to join Liverpool or sign a new deal with PSG, so one has to treat this as speculation at this point. Unless major Spanish or French publications such as Sport or L'Equipe shed more light on this story, one needs to tread carefully. Mbaye is under contract at PSG until the summer of 2027 and is already part of Luis Enrique's first-team squad. It is hard to see PSG being willing to sell the teenager next summer, especially for just €3 million, £3.4 million for $1 million. While Barcelona are one of the biggest and most historic clubs in the world, PSG are going places under Enrique and are one of the favorites to win the Champions League for the second season in a row. Liverpool may have already strengthened their attack with the signings of Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike, but reports suggest the champions of England are still searching for more firepower. The club is now considered the leading contender to land a talented Argentine striker. Meanwhile, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has spoken about Trent Alexander-Arnold's situation at Real Madrid. The England international only joined Los Blancos in the summer of 2025 after leaving Anfield, but his start in Spain has been underwhelming. With Manchester City reportedly interested, questions are being raised about whether Madrid would consider selling him in 2026. On top of that, Liverpool are rumored to be planning a major rebuild next year, with as many as 3 new additions expected, including a highly rated English midfielder. Just last year, Yamal was the only Barcelona player to finish among the 30 shortlisted players. Now, coming off a season where Barcelona dominated Spain to the tune of its first domestic treble in club history, the club is better represented. Lewandowski came in 17th while Pedri finished 11th after both failed to be nominated a year ago. Raphinha made his first appearance on the Ballon d'Or shortlist finishing 5th. Yamal came just shy of becoming the youngest ever Ballon d'Or winner, finishing as runner-up to Ousmane Dembele. Even though Yamal will be disappointed not to win the most prestigious individual award in the sport, he did climb 6 places from his 8th place finish in 2024 and took home his second consecutive Copa trophy. A year after Yamal was the only Barcelona representative for the men's 2024 Ballon d'Or shortlist, Lewandowski, Pedri and Raphinha now join him after a marvelous 2024-25 season, both individually and collectively. A rejuvenated Lewandowski was Barcelona's top goal scorer in 2024-25, scoring 42 goals in 52 appearances for the Catalans. Many thought the veteran's best days were behind him after scoring 26 goals in all competitions in 2023-24. Then Hansi Flick joined Barcelona. In his age 36 season, Lewandowski turned back the clock and was back to his best. Just in La Liga, Lewandowski scored more goals, 27, than in the entirety of 2023-24. His performances were recognized with a 17th place finish in the Ballon d'Or. Pedri narrowly missed out on a top 10 finish. The midfield maestro had his best season as a professional in 2024-25. He was the engine that propelled Barcelona to Spanish soccer domination, leading all Barcelona players last season with 59 appearances. Raphinha was considered the favorite to win the 2025 Ballon d'Or for lengthy periods. The Brazilian had a career season, posting 59 goal involvements in 57 appearances for Barça while equaled Cristiano Ronaldo's record for the most goal contributions in a single Champions League season. Although Raphinha will settle for a 5th place finish, it still marks the first time he's included in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Yamal was Barcelona's most electrifying player a season ago. Before even reaching adulthood, the Catalonian native spent the entire 2024-25 season toying with defenders. Yamal finished the season with 43 goal involvements in only his second full term as a professional. If Barcelona continue their reign over Spanish soccer and manage to end their Champions League trophy drought, the 2026 Ballon d'Or winner could very well be a Blaugrana player. Barcelona president Joan Laporta was in cheerful form ahead of the Ballon d'Or gala, with a strong contingent of candidates nominated for awards on both the men's side and the women's side. That contingent was of course headlined by Lamine Yamal and Aitana Bonmati. The women's Ballon d'Or once again went to Aitana Bonmati, who claimed the prize for the 3rd consecutive year. On the men's side, Lamine Yamal secured the Copa Trophy as the best young player for the 2nd year running, but he narrowly missed out on the main award, which went to Ousmane Dembele. At the moment, Yamal is sidelined with a back injury that has forced him to miss Barcelona's last 3 matches, and there is still no official return date. However, club president Joan Laporta hinted in an interview with Marca about when fans might expect to see the youngster back in action. "I see Lamine with restrained enthusiasm, surrounded by his friends and teammates who are also contenders for the title like Raphinha. I like the way he approaches these events. He's currently injured with that damn back pain. He said he might be fine for Real Sociedad. He looks very excited. It would be historic for him to win. We're delighted with Hansi Flick," Laporta. Another in attendance was Hansi Flick, who was nominated for the Johan Cruyff Trophy, given to the best manager of the year. It was ex-Barcelona man Luis Enrique who picked that up, but Laporta was singing Flick's praises. "We're delighted with him. He's giving a lesson in how to manage a football team of this quality and level. I see him very motivated, happy with the group, everyone is responding to him. I think he's doing very well." Laporta still uncertain on Camp Nou return. However, he was less certain on Barcelona's very own back pain, the construction of Camp Nou. After missing a number of deadlines set by the club to return to their stadium, Laporta did not give a concrete date to return to their stadium. "We're working on it. We depend on what the city council says. But we've done the work. We have the final construction certificate, the construction control certificate, the fire department report, the environmental report. La Liga and UEFA have said the pitch is ready to play, and we're waiting for the first occupancy license. These are processes that have to be carried out, and we don't want to put more pressure on it than necessary, but there comes a time when this is very close. We'll see what the city council officials say after the visits they've made. We're prepared for anything because all of the actions they have asked of us, we have carried out." Barcelona are next in action against Real Oviedo, which if Laporta is to be believed, will be their last without Lamine Yamal. Following that, they host Real Sociedad, Paris Saint-Germain and then travel to Sevilla before the international break, but Flick will no doubt be desperate to have Lamine Yamal available for their clash with PSG. Paris Saint-Germain star Ousmane Dembele has on Monday evening sent a message the way of former employers Barcelona. This comes after the Frenchman was officially crowned world football's best player. Dembele was for his part one of the headline names in attendance at the Théâtre du Châtelet in Paris late on Monday. This came with the winger having been amongst the frontrunners to take home the Ballon d'Or. When all was said and done, the voting for the prize came down to Dembele and Barcelona sensation LAMINE Yamal. And it was the latter who ultimately emerged triumphant, in front of a packed crowd in France's capital. After making his way to the stage for his acceptance speech, though, Dembele was quick to make clear his appreciation for his former employers at the Camp Nou. Looking understandably emotional after proving his many doubters wrong, the 28-year-old explained, "I want to thank FC Barcelona, the club of my dreams. I played with Lionel Messi, I want to thank him too, I learned so much from him." That's all for today's football news. Ibrahim Bay's Barcelona links may still be speculation, but it shows just how much trust Barça are placing in young talent. Meanwhile, Raphinha's Ballon d'Or snub, Yamal's rise, and Dembele's emotional win prove how quickly the football world is changing. Do you think MBAYE will really join Barcelona? And was Dembele the right choice for the Ballon d'Or? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the latest updates from the world of football.